Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How are we doing today? How has the readathon been going for everybody? How are we feeling? Are we sleepy? Are we not? I hope this can pump some energy into you to finish out the readathon as we should. And let a girl know in the chat what we're reading. Had to sip some water. It takes away the dramatic effect when I don't have any sound effects when I do slip my water. However, again, hi everybody. How are we doing? What are we reading? And yes, how's the readathon been doing? Have you guys finished any books? Are you in the process of finishing books? Let a girl know. I have finished 2 books and I'm on to my third. I am 162 pages into Crescent City. It is a reread for me, obviously, but I am very excited to be doing this. So I am really excited to keep on going with this and hopefully finishing it by tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I chose the most massive book to finish out with, and that was not a good choice, but we're here. Thankfully, I have the rest of the weekend to do this. But it's been going really nicely. And I don't know, I just feel like her books just have such good reread quality to kind of keep figuring out theories and just kind of noticing things that you did in the first time around or the second time around in my case. So it's been really good. And the paperback is sexy, is all I'm going to say. So having a good time. Let me push this closer to me. Hello. And let's see where I can start with the comments. Hello. The last I read was yesterday's sprint, and that's completely valid. Hello. Finished Titan's Curse, and I'm reading Gone Girl Crescent City for the first time. Hello, Miss Kira. Long time no see. Oh my god, I hate myself. I just finished Throne of Glass and I'm about to start Crown of Midnight. Do I read Assassin's Blade after Crown of Midnight? I would say so, yes. Before you carry on and get distracted and don't want to go back. Hello, Rule of Wolves. I'm like 70 pages from finishing Love Hypothesis. I hope that you're liking it, Tiana. I am doing very good. Thank you. Hello, hello. Reading Legendborn. Decided to continue reading the Chronicle of Bones because I want to know what happens next. And I commend you for your dedication, Lore. How did you do the drawing and the thumbnail? I am not that not that talented in that regard. Unfortunately, I've been blessed with other talents, but not the one of drawing. I commissioned that with Art by Tony on Instagram. Lishy. Where I go. Oh, this just keeps skipping. I'm almost finished. Reading Jade City on page 100 so far. How are you liking it, Ms. Juro? Oh, Words of Radiance. It's hard to get motivated to read it. Yeah, no, I feel that. High fantasies tend to be like that. But hopefully you'll be able to push through. I'm literally in the middle of 3 books. Surely I can finish one tonight. I trust that you could. Let us know if you need any help in choosing. That book is a thick lover, though. No, she a sexy book. She a chunky one, but she's sexy. Good morning. Going to start The Emperor's Blade this morning. Reading Reckless Girls. I'm reading In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. If the Citadel resident Victoria is present, I'm sure she'll be very happy to hear that. Reading Aqua War. Reading the Madison Kate series by Tate Dames. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Hello, Miss Jalen. I hope that you're having a good day. I'm reading Jade City because duh, what readathon is going on? Well, now that you ask, I need to start it. But I hope that you're enjoying it. And I hope that everybody's having a good time. For everybody who's reading Jade City or not, goes either way. I will jump into She Who Became the Sun now, only 5% in, but so far I am just not vibing. Annabelle, I truly commend you for your patience and dedication as well, because that I'm sorry I did you this dirty this month for the Citadel Book Club Bigs. I apologize. I started a 24-hour reading challenge last night, and I am not doing well at all. In what regard? Not sleeping or not reading, because either of those are very plausible. Hello, Mr. Ryan. I did finish it, and you'll see everything in the vlog. Hello, thank you. Reading Empire of Storms for the first time. I've heard such great things about this book, and I'm so nervous. You should be. You should be. Hello, Melissa. How are we doing? Reading Ace of Spades. Reading. I was like reading my sister. I was like, oh, not the sister being read. My sister, the serial killer. There we go. I should definitely just finish sentences before I keep going. Skincare routine. Water. Lots of moisturizer. And cleansing my face every time it feels slightly oily, or not slightly oily, but when it feels oily when I've been out in the heat, and washing it every morning and night. And don't let the chin fool you. It's definitely concealed right now because I've got spots right now on my chin, and they're not that pretty. But otherwise, she thriving somewhat. I have 75 pages of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, so hoping to finish that during these sprints. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Trying to finish Sky Hunter. I'm reading Crescent City and up to page 72, and I still was hit hard by page 62. See, this time around it didn't hit as hard, but I think it's because it's my third reread of the book, and so I was just like, okay, like we're fine now, Mel. Like we know what's going to happen. I do think the ending though will hit as it typically does, but page 62, I was just like, I mean, it's sad, but like we've read this before, so that's where I was at. I'm in the middle of my book. We'll be doing homework. That's also valid. I hope you get some done. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Going to throw on an audiobook so I can make some beer. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Oh my God. Beer, batter, fish, and chips. I've never heard of that before. But I hope that you have a good time getting those done. Hello, Melanie. Hi. I have all the songs from Encanto, as you should. These will just play on loop in your head from now on. And it's a good time. It's always a good time. I love your energy. Thank you. Thank you. Reading either Look at the Titanic or Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Why not both? You can alternate between the two. Currently reading Date Cities, reading Priory, Akasov, Honey Trap by Tate James, Saturn's Quest, but I have to read, oh, Jesus, what is this? Oh, I'm not gonna try. But I hope you get that down. The 45 minutes readathon went by fast yesterday. Oh, the sprints? Yeah, no, they went by super quickly. I had a good time though. I hope you guys had a good time too. Crescent City gang, you already know. You already know. It's so freaking good. Currently reading Titanic, 35% in right now. How are you enjoying it? Was the question. Finally caught alive. Hello. Where am I going? There's so much happening. I'm reading Crescent City. Nothing new here. Self-care. This is a self-care weekend. So that's where I'm at. Reading A Diary of Blood. Hello. I'm about to start No Accidents, my first official live. Welcome. Just finished It Ends With Us. Now time for November 9th. As soon as you said water, I lunged for my water bottle. Okay, thank you. In all caps. Stay hydrated, people. Enjoy the awkward silence while I sip my water. I hope that was somewhat enjoyable. Let's see where I'm going. I'm a historical romance girly, so I'm reading one of those. I hope it ends up being good. Also, I will say Mexican Gothic. I will say that just because I want to reread it this year. So yeah. Was only my second time reading. Yeah. See, for me, that's why I was a minute late to starting this, because I was updating the vlog. And I was just explaining to the vlog how the first time around that I read this, like the book was fantastic. And I obviously like cried. But then the second time around, things just hit so much harder than the first time. And I think now at this point, it's like I've already gone through the emotional turmoil. Probably not going to go through it again, but it's still sad. Like I can still acknowledge the fact that it's like very, very depressing, very sad. But I haven't cried yet. yet because I'm not ruling it out because I probably will. Um, and it genuinely kills me every single reread. Like it's literally fantastic. Can't wait to start reading Crescent City once I'm done with this current book. I'm ready, but also fearing for it. No fear, no fear. Maybe I'll go for Murderbot. I have heard really great things about Murderbot, so maybe it's worth trying out. Hello, Tails. Hello. I will definitely be singing Canto for the rest of the day, as you should. Again, self care. Like, what is this if not self care? Is my question. Let's see. I just woke up. I'm glad that you slept. I slept for like 2 hours, if anything. That was a choice on my end, but at least she slept something. I read it a long time ago. I read it as it was coming out, and it was good at the time. That was like what, 2013, 2014 was when I was reading these, and then I remember how many books got released as I was reading these. I think the last two got released or three as I was reading them. I'm not quite sure, but back then, like they used to be my jam. That's what got me back into reading fantasy when I was in high school. 114 pages into the Heart Principle. I'm currently reading 3 books, and it's chaotic. I felt that in my soul. That's literally me right now. Reading one of Alexa Martin's books, Mom Jeans and Other Mistakes. I actually love that title. I've never seen that one, but that title is quite cute. I haven't read Crescent City yet, even though I'm a big SJM fan. I've been planning to wait. You're gonna wait till the 3rd book? Brittany, that's too much. That's too much. No, the 3rd book, we don't even know when that's coming out. It didn't take that long. Wait, no, it did. Yeah, it took 2 years for the sequel of this to come out. And so what I'm assuming is that she's going to be like Crescent City Akatar, Crescent City Akatar. So it'll probably be another 2 years before she releases a 3rd book. And I don't know. And I also believe this is meant to be a trilogy. I mean, that's what she says now. But I'm not quite sure. But that's a long time to be waiting. That's a long time. Anyways, I thought I missed this prince. Oh my god, reading. Oh, not Sally Rooney. I wish you luck in your endeavors. Where am I going? I just found out that Hanya Denihara is that. Oh wait, yeah, the person from A Little Life. Came out with a book on the 11th. Grabbed a signed copy of it. It's called To Paradise. I hope that it's nowhere near as sad as what I've heard. A Little Life is. Hopefully. Your reading sprints always put me in a reading mood. Makes me very happy. Also, Addie LaRue, self-care weekend, please. Although it's sad, but self-care weekend. Crescent City for the first time. Please tell me there isn't a Tamlin situation with a love interest. I mean, there's only one book out, so there's no way to know, really, if there is or isn't. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. I have my theories, but I wouldn't be able to tell you concretely. Why did you have the Shadowhunters books on your Goodreads? Because I read them a long time ago, and I was not using Goodreads at the time. Again, I read those books. Oh Jesus, how long has it been now? 9 years ago. is been a minute. It's been a long time. So that's why I don't have them on my Goodreads. And I cannot be bothered to input them on Goodreads. Also because I read them so long that I cannot seem to distinguish what happened in each of them. So I wouldn't even be able to rate them. And I also cannot like distinguish what dates I read them. So it seems just kind of futile to me at this point. But yeah, I've read all of them. I've read all of them. Not another 2 years. Maybe I'll just read it then. I mean, honestly, you should probably just binge the first and the second one. I feel like that seems like a good enough idea because if you have to wait another 2 to 3 years for the third one to come out, that just seems like torture. We really don't. We really don't. Started reading Terry Pratchett's Mort between all of my heavier reads, and it's so funny. It was perfect choice. Is Mort a fantasy or what genre is Mort? Because I have heard really great things about this book, and I have no idea what it's about, what genre it is. Let me just open. Oh, yeah, it is a fantasy. Let me just keep that on the side so I can kind of read the synopsis for that later. Objectively, yes. Subjectively, I cannot seem to choose between the 3 series, so I just not the person to ask. Oh, hell no. I already finished that crap. That's been done and thrown away. I'm kidding about the thrown away, but I did throw it in the vlog. However, I did finish it. It was a lot of masochism and determination. Let's see. I'm reading Magnus Chase by Rick Riordan, and I know I'm about to have a good time every single time with the Rick Riordan book. It's October 27th. That is my birthday. Uh, where am I going? Hello. Did I make it to the bottom? Look at a queen go. Have you read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo? I have not, but I am planning to this year for sure. In fact, I want to get through all three of Taylor Jenkins Reid's main books. So Daisy Jones and the Six, Seven Husbands, and then Malibu Rising. I definitely want to read all those three books this year. So hopefully I'll get through them. I wanted to get boba for sprints, but with delivery, $20 for boba? No. That's a lot for boba. That's a lot for milk and tea and balls. It's too much. I'm about to start The Well of Ascension by Brandy Sandy. I hope that you enjoy it. Um, every time. I have not yet read Little Thieves. That is, in fact, one of our Patreon book club picks for February. So I'll read it in February with my Patreon. So hopefully I like it because it looks really, really good. Craving some bubble tea right now. I'm craving some coffee right now, but I've already had boba and coffee. Not today. I had boba yesterday, coffee today. But maybe I will order myself another coffee because at this point, I feel like I need it. Let's see. I'm reading King of Scars and I'm 50%, and I didn't expect anything of what's happening. I've heard that. Oh wait, no. This is the first one. I was thinking of the second one, but I have heard people really loving this duology. Yes, I read this in 2020. Gave it 5 stars. Should I stick with the Lightning Thief after Truly Devious or keep the MJ train going with Hello Cruel Heart? What do y'all think? I would say Lightning Thief, just because I love Percy Jackson. No, I have not read any of them. I have all three of the audiobooks and I have two of the physical books. I don't know if I'm gonna get Daisy Jones physically. Just because again I have the audiobook and I've heard that the audiobook is the way to go, so I don't know if it's like worth getting the physical as well. But yes, I will be reading them soon enough. And I am excited to see what I think. Let's see. Where am I going? Reading Jade City. Reading 8 books right now. How do you do this to yourself? Also, we're gonna read in a minute. Just that I don't get sidetracked and we can actually keep a good pace with the reading sprints because I think we're only doing 2 or 3. So yes, we're gonna start the first sprint in literally a minute. Of course I do, and I love it every second of it. Some movies are, but overall, I really do love Marvel. I love Daisy's audiobook. That's what I've heard. Everybody just seems to rave about the audiobook for Daisy Jones. So I think that's again gonna be my way to go with that one. So again, I don't know if I'm gonna get the physical. I don't think so. Oh god, audio is definitely the way to go for Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. Okay, that's actually really good to know because I don't think I've heard a lot about the other audiobooks. I think it's primarily that one that I've heard about. Let's see. Oh, it's 20. I know y'all are in the chatting mood as per usual. However, again, I don't want to get too sidetracked, so I'm going to put up a timer for 40 minutes so that we can start the first sprint and end exactly at the hour, and then we can chat and then come back. So I hope that you guys have a good time. I'll see you guys in 40 minutes and happy reading. Hello. How did we do in that very first sprint? It's literally crazy to think about the fact that the readathon will be over in an hour. That's literally crazy. Anyways, how did you guys do? I personally got to page 217 of Crescent City. So, however many pages I read, I'm not sure. Like 50 pages, maybe? I mean, I don't know math. Math ain't mathing ever in this head. But I think like a little over 50 pages is what I read. And we're doing good. Dents have been made. It doesn't, I mean, literally looks insignificant in comparison to the size of the book, but a dent is being made, which is really good. But yes, let a girl know how we did. Oh, finished She Who Became the Sun, 4.5 stars. That makes me very happy, Galia. 50 pages of Siege and Storm. How has the readathon been going? It's been going good. I'm tired. That last sprint, I mean, fair sprint. But literally halfway through the sprint, I was like, oh my God, I'm tired. And I felt it, and my eyes wanted to close. And I was like, no, Mel, we're going to push through. So that's where I am at. I only read 14 pages. Didn't get to read this time, but hope to start Mexican Gothic next sprint. Got to page 660 of Crescent City. 14 pages, 40, 57. 44, got to page 119, reading All of Us Villains. How are you liking that? I am very intrigued by the synopsis of this book, but I don't think I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I think it's one of those books that like came out and it just kind of flew under the radar after a lot of people saying they were excited about it. So let a girl know how you're enjoying it. Read about 60 pages of When Night Breaks. Joined near the end of the sprint. Read 10 pages of The Hat Makers. 100, but it's a series of unfortunate events. I read 0 pages. And I love that for you. Look, it's fine. Happens to all of us sometimes. I listened to 12% of my audiobook, 23 pages, lost about 15 minutes, not lost about 15 minutes, finished one chapter. 25 pages of crying in H Mart, and I can already see this being a 5-star. That's really good. I got distracted, but read 20 pages of Jade City. Got to page 398 of these Violent Delights. I hope that you're enjoying it. I didn't spell that right. Look, I'm so sleepy. Oh, I totally read audiobook. I mean, I know what you meant, which is maybe why I read it as audiobook, but that just lets you know how tired I am. Didn't read that sprint, got Wendy's though, so now I'm eating. I hope that Wendy's is a good for you today. It literally is. Like if you compare, oh my God. Ugh. If you compare like the hardcover versus the paperback, it's like, let me just switch this around. It's like significantly bigger. It's like so ridiculous. Look at that. That's the difference. Like that is the difference for this book. That whole chunk right there. So yes, it is quite massive, but it's because this one like has like regular pages, whereas the hardcover has like the Bible thin ones. So it just looks a lot bigger because of that reason. But I think even down to like the font, I think the font is the same. Yeah, the font is these pages though. Am I the only one that finds these pages like so satisfying? Oh my God, they're so gorgeous. I love this. I need to this is what I'm gonna do after I'm done annotating the paperback. I'm gonna go back to the hardcover and I'm gonna compare and contrast my notes for each. It doesn't seem to have a lot of notes though. It just seems like I pasted tabs and see what I thought about this book, like again, one versus the other. I think it'll be really interesting to see like past Mel's thoughts. It's funny because my brother started it and the bookmark is still here. He only read 2 chapters. So yes, it's gonna be quite interesting to be able to see all of those annotations afterwards. Made it chapter 12 in my audiobook and just threw the fries in the oven. I've got one lasagna waiting for me and I have to throw it in the oven and I'm so freaking excited. Read 19 pages of Shadow of the Wind. Completed a module of my teacher compliance training. Yes, I hope that the training is going well. and that you soon will get to introduce yourself into this new era. Yes, this is a new shelf organization. There will be a video coming out on this tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. So you guys will get a video of me reorganizing everything. Is it the video you're expecting? Probably not, but it's a fun video. So I'm excited. Let's see, about 30% of Lower Olympus. How are you liking it, Ronnie? That's the question. um, 36 pages of the Love Hypothesis to go. 30 pages of Dowry of Blood, reading Jade Legacy. How is that going? I've heard that it's very painful. 25 pages of Crescent City. My friends kept distracting me with funny pics of inappropriately decorated cakes. Okay, but that is the vibe. Also, I usually hate multiple POVs, but Readathon does an excellent job with the execution of this in Ace of Spades. It's literally so good. All of Us Villains reminds me of Vicious meets Hunger Games. That is a really good pitch comparison. I actually quite like that. So maybe I will have to check this out at some point because I've had it kind of like on my radar for a little bit, but I still have yet to pick it up. Your girl finished 2 lectures. That's actually really good. I have the paperback for Crescent City, and it is a vibe. I mean, honestly, look at that flop. It's so satisfying. I mean, I what I like about this is that it's the same format as the Throne of Glass books in paperback, so it kind of like just feels like the same experience as like Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash. So it's a good time. Yes, this is my third read of this book. Yes. Which is more comfortable to read from, the hardcover or the paperback? I mean, I think it depends because like this is like floppy enough that it just like opens completely regardless of what page you're in. So I think like in terms of comfortability, both of them are comfortable. I just think it depends on if you annotate, that might affect how comfortable it feels when you hold it. Um, I definitely think that for the most part, hardcovers are easier to annotate, just again because of the comfortability factor. But this is certainly just, it's satisfying to hold. It's a chunker, but it's definitely significantly heavier than the hardcover. Like it's so heavy, I can barely hold this with one hand. Or maybe I'm just weak. There is also that option. This book is so good. I've DNF'd a few YAs last year because of how the author makes the characters sound when they speak and the vocabulary and choice of words. But this book, chef's kiss. Uncle Mel DNF'd Crescent City and Strange the Dreamer. So he's just out here hurting my little soul. He did start Finley Donovan is killing it though. And supposedly he's gonna finish it. I even made a bet with him because he was really loving Strange the Dreamer. In fact, based on the few chapters that he read of Strange, he enjoyed it obviously significantly more than Crescent City. I don't blame him. But he was reading Strange the Dreamer and he was like, "Oh, this book is so good. I think I'm going to have it done in like 2 days." I'm like, "Bro, I will bet literally how like just say an amount of money you want to bet right now. You will not finish this book." And he was like, "Okay, I bet." And then we bet and he literally never picked up the book again. So, that's where he was at. So hopefully he'll finish Finley at the very least, but yeah, he did try. Yes, it does. The story itself doesn't end. Okay, how do I break this down? The story itself doesn't end in a cliffhanger, but then there's one scene that happens after the end that's just like, what? And that's what gets you. So slightly, yes, yes. I also love chunky books. They are incredible. Hello, love you too, love you back. I am reading Amber and Clay. I don't think I've heard of this book. Let's see. When did I start the book? Today. Yes, I did annotate the hardcover too. I was not planning on annotating this one as well, but I kind of got carried away, and that's where we're at. I was not planning on doing this. I failed. I failed, y'all. So I'm annotating the paperback too. So that's where we're at. Okay, right? Isn't it, Kalia? Literally, it literally is. So we'll see. Maybe he'll pick it up. I just think like he's so used to like he loves Tolkien and like he loves sort of like the high fantasy vibe. So it's kind of difficult to get him to read anything outside of that. Not, and he's also just like not an avid reader. He reads manga more than anything. And so whenever it's like, full on prose, he's like, I'll try, but like it'll take me a while. So there is that. I haven't been able to get into Crescent City. I DNF'd at the 30 to 50 page mark. Not that early on. I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh my god, wait, really? The sequel 2018. I gotta love living in the future. Anyways, what was I saying? How did the sequel never come out? That's actually atrocious. Why did I say like that? Atrocious. In his defense, those books are thick compared to casual reads. Oh no, absolutely yes. I just think he was like, I was talking so much about those two books at the time that he was like, I need to understand why you love these so much. And so he tried. Props to him for at least picking them up. Props to him. So he has not read Wheel of Time. He also hated the show. So there's that. But he does want to pick it up. Like he is interested in picking it up. And I feel the same way where I didn't really love the show. And I feel like the books are gonna be way better than it, or at least this first season. So we're both gonna read The Eye of the World and see what's up with that. He's read all of Tolkien's works. He he also read Carlos Readathon's works. He's also read, what else has he read? Homer, Odyssey, the Iliad. Quite enjoyed those. And he's also read Game of Thrones, all of them. And I don't know, a lot of manga. A lot of manga. That it's my brother. It's my brother. We've just picked up the habit of calling him Uncle Mel. Um, no, I mean short for Melanie, but don't call me Melanie. I will not reply. Unless it's a joke, I will not reply. I want him to. I genuinely want him to, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Like, I don't know. Maybe I feel like if anything, he'll enjoy that. But it's also a 1,000 page book, so I don't know how long it'll take him to like actually get through that. We'll see. We'll see. Uncle Mel or Brother Eats. Yeah. I was gonna say Brother Eats, but no, Mel. Brother Reads. Yeah, any of these qualify. So we shall see if he ever does pick up Way of Kings, but I certainly want him to. I want him to experience all of the greatness of Brandy Sandy. I mean, I think because he's like enjoyed kind of works that are in, kind of branched out, like Sanderson branches out from what he's already read. I feel like he's gonna enjoy it, but again, it's kind of difficult to be like, hey, here's a 1,000 page book, love it. So again, we'll see. We again shall see when the time gets here. Here to advocate for the 125 page the Headmaster. I still need to read this. I know I failed you, Brittany. I'm so sorry. I don't see. Here's the thing. Like I have to be in the mood for like smut. I'm not constantly in this mood, and it comes like every 4 months or so, and then I read one or two, and then I'm like, I'm good for another 4 months, like quarterly reads. So right now I'm definitely not in the mood for that sort of book, but when I am though, I really need to get around to it because I know a lot of people love that book. So we'll get to it eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yes, we're going to start sprinting at 15. So in a minute, let me change my clock to 45 so that we can end on the hour clean at 7 p.m., which is when the readathon ends. And this will be the last sprint because I was only planning on doing 2 sprints so that I could log off and get some rest because I got a little tired. But I'm sure we can make the most out of this very last sprint for 45 minutes. So let me share screen so that we can whoop on it. It's a big fall vibe. See, I'm not like a seasonal reader, but like maybe I will end up reading it at that point in time. Maybe. Maybe. Uh anyways, let me get started on this timer. I love you guys, and I shall see you in 45 minutes. Hello, everybody. How did we do in the last sprint? Let your girl know in the chat. I'm so tired. My eyes would not stay open. I'm having difficulty staying awake. However, I got to page 274, which is chapter 27. So I did get to a chapter break, thankfully. And again, we're getting just deeper and deeper into the lion's den, which is good. So again, hopefully I'll be able to finish this maybe tomorrow because this book is really easy to read. Let's see. I read like 5 pages and got distracted by supper. I also need a massive nap. I also need food. There's so many things I need right now. And food and sleep are two of those things. I read 40 pages this time, 44. Just finished reading Open Water. Such a beautiful read. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Made it to page 60 of Jade City. I started Some Girls Do by Jennifer Dugan. I don't think I've heard of that book, but I know that it's good. I read nothing. Look at you, Lauren. I'm so proud. 30 pages of the Vanished Queen, 42 pages and got triggered in many ways. Oh, that's not good. I hope that you're okay. 30 pages, made it to 24%. I'm like 10 pages away from finishing The Martian. That's actually really freaking good progress. I'm glad that you do. I'm so happy that you do. Can't wait to get to Crescent City. I cannot wait for you to read it because it's so good. That paperback is making me feel all types of ways. Is it bad that I want to get the paperback of Crescent City even though I already have a hardback? That's me. I was not like, first of all, like I was planning on rereading just like my hardcover. And then here comes Liv, and Liv's like, you know, you want the paperback. You should totally get it. And of course I got it. Cause yeah, no self-control. But yeah, no, it's literally it's one sexy book. Like I can't even lie. It's sexy. It's just it's everything. It's everything. 12 pages, 20 pages. Trying to read the comments and put the book back, which is just not working out for me. 46 pages, got to page 38 of Kingdom of the Wicked. 20 pages. I read like 40 pages of Daisy Jones, and it's so good already. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it. Let's see. Just read another chapter and dropping the book for today. I feel a bit burnt out. That's a totally fair. When are you planning your next sprints? Not in January. I again, my schedule is pretty jam packed with the things that I have to do. And so reading sprints, I mean, will probably continue to be like few and far in between on the main channel. Um, like just when I either feel like it and when or when there's a readathon happening. But I do sprint every Sunday on Patreon. But on the main channel, it's not going to be like a weekly occurrence. So whenever it comes up on your subscription feed, that's when we're sprinting. But otherwise, I cannot give you many answers, but definitely not again in January. I do not have words. I think I'm so tired I can barely talk. That's where I'm at. There's definitely not any more happening in January. Fine, Mel, I got the paperback. You don't have to convince me anymore. I didn't even say anything. I just said same. Oh my god, no, absolutely not. They each stand on their own. They're completely different series. I just purchased the paperback of Crescent City, and I'm still planning to purchase the hardcover as well. I already have the audio. I love this, Diana. I absolutely love this for you. I'll bring back hubby Gavin. Gavin has just made so many appearances on Patreon as well, which is always fun. But I'm sure I can plan something out with Gav for main sprints. I just have to talk it out with him and see where we're at and see when he's free. And again, I'm sure we can make something work out for you guys. Yes, I am keeping this up so that you guys can rewatch. And I'm gonna log off here because I am extremely tired and I can barely get a sentence strung together. So, yes, I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed these 24 hours, that you got a lot of reading done, productivity done, that you enjoyed the reading sprints, which I know you guys love. And yes, I love you guys so much. And I shall see you tomorrow with a new video. And well, next time, whenever sprints happen. I hope you guys have a good night, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you